Hey, hey. So I'm sorry I'm late. It's 4 o'clock and I normally do this around 2:15. So welcome to Sweet Tea Time with Melissa. Actually, it might be considered sweet milk time. I don't know. Sorry, today's been crazy. I had to help my mom with some errands. We had to go to Sam's Club, and by the time I got to carpool, I didn't have time to do a video. So that's why I'm coming a little bit late. So I do apologize, but hopefully you guys will start joining in. And if you don't, I'll understand. And of course, this video will be here for you to watch later. So it seems that every day that I post these videos, my hair is a muss or a mess. But anyway, I don't care. After this, I'm headed to the pool because we've got water aerobics tonight. Hopefully some of you will be there. It's going to be a really good workout. I wrote my lesson plans this morning. So today's topic is everything you wanted to know about vitamins and supplements. Well, maybe not everything because I'm no expert, but I know what my personal opinions are and I know what research I've done. So that's what I'm going to share with you. And actually this morning I typed up a blog so that the blog is going to be a little more in depth than what we talk about because I hate keeping you guys too long on these videos. I know you get bored. But anyway, so we're going to talk about vitamins. And if I look away, I'm probably looking at my notes, you know, that I have to try and stay on task. But anyway, so just to kind of start off, I want to start off with my opinions on vitamins and supplements, and then I'll kind of get into some facts. We'll see if the baby will behave for all of this. So my opinion on vitamins and supplements is if you take them, cool. If you don't, cool. I don't know that it's always necessary. I feel like the things that vitamins and supplements provide, we should be getting in our diet. We should be eating them because I think that's the way God intended for us to get our vitamins and supplements. But I do understand that we live in a quote-unquote fallen world, and so our diets do not always reflect us getting everything that we need in the forms of vitamins and all. So sometimes we do need supplements. I personally am not on any type of vitamin or supplement regimen at all, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One of the reasons is I am no good at sticking to anything in regards to like taking pills. I'm terrible about it. Even prescriptions. I mean, I'm like a cat. You have to force the pills down my throat. So that's one reason I don't take vitamins. Another reason I don't take vitamins is when I was younger, I did look at vitamins and supplements and diet pills in a very unhealthy way. And I was looking for that magic pill to solve all my problems. And I was overdoing it and taking way too many pills, usually on an empty stomach because I was trying to starve myself. And so that would induce basically me getting physically sick. So I'm either spending money on vitamins I don't take, or I'm spending money on vitamins that I was overdoing and then vomiting them up. So I was wasting them there too. I will say that I am not opposed to any type of vitamin or supplement. I actually was talking to somebody last night and also in my blog that the other month when I had the flu, I was taking anything anybody would give me for relief. One of the things that I would take is turmeric and CoQ10. I also was taking echinacea and vitamin C, and we'll talk more about that. Okay, baby wants to adjust. All right, hold on, guys. I know right now there's nobody with me, so I'm not that worried about it. But anyway, I jokingly said in my blog that had someone given me arsenic and told me it would have made me feel better, I probably would have taken it, which that's a bit of a stretch. But you guys that have had the flu know how miserable it can be. Hopefully, close up. Hopefully the baby is going to cooperate. So anyway, I am not opposed to those things as needed. And I can speak that turmeric is fantastic as a anti-inflammatory and a pain reliever. It really does help with those things. And I think because it's a natural substance, it's much better for you than your Motrin or your aspirin or your Tylenol. So if it works for you, take that instead. But anyway, so those are kind of my personal opinions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some facts about vitamins. One of the questions I got was, what vitamins do I recommend? What vitamins do I recommend for those that are working out or following, a fitness regimen or a program, or, athletes or whatever. And I'm just going to say, if you are someone who is working out and you're swimming and you're running and you're biking, you're an athlete. You don't have to be training for the Olympics to be an athlete. You're an athlete. Okay. That's what I think. Personal opinion. And again, I'm no expert, and you ask somebody else and they'll say I'm crazy. So I'm going to answer that today. And so I kind of give you my opinions on vitamins and taking things. And so what I want to share with you now is really quickly, I want to sum up what's in the blog. And then for more information, you can go to the blog and read. And of course, you can research the stuff yourself as well. We have Google at our fingertips and the internet at our fingertips, which I think is great. But it is also dangerous because there's things like Wikipedia where anybody and everybody can add whatever they want. So you do need to be careful, because just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true, right? So just remember that. And remember that these things that I'm saying here in the beginning are my opinions. I'm going to get into some facts, and of course that will be a little bit better in regards to facts. But again, research this stuff for yourself. I know that there's some really good books out there. Well, it's mooing, whatever, down there. Anyway, I know my mom has a great book. It's called Prescription for Nutritional Healing. I really like that, because going back to what I said before about with vitamins and supplements, if we are eating what we should be, we shouldn't have to take anything additional. So that book is great. And I know that hers is pretty old in the sense that there's been updated versions. So that would probably be something you can get on Amazon. And that is Prescription for Nutritional Healing. And this will be the last thing I say under my opinion. So, somebody hit his head. It's okay, baby. So, the other thing that I was going to tell you is even though I don't take anything on a daily basis, I am quick to, if there is a problem, I will Google natural remedies for fill in the blank. For example, I talk about in my first pregnancy, I had high blood pressure. Of course, my first pregnancy, I was not healthy at all. It was a really tough pregnancy. Of course, Ben was tough too, but my first pregnancy was tougher. And I had high blood pressure with my first one. And I really didn't want them to put me on meds, so I Googled natural remedies for high blood pressure. And one of the things that came up was celery. And what it was recommended that I needed to eat, I'm like, there's no way I could eat that much in a day. Especially celery, because it's really chewy, you're going to feel like a rabbit. So then I'm like, I wonder if you can juice celery. And so I looked up juicing recipes for high blood pressure, and I found a really tasty recipe of celery, apples, and lemons. And I know that sounds crazy, but it was actually pretty good. And then if I was having morning sickness or nausea, I would also add in some ginger. And so I got to thinking about it. I'm like, well, this could be a whole bunch of hooey, But then I also got to thinking, okay, this is pretty reasonable. It's healthy. It's nothing dangerous. So the worst thing that could happen is my blood pressure lower or not, and then I just had a healthy drink. So the morning of one of my doctor's appointments, I drank a big old jar of homemade celery, apple, and lemon juice. Got to the doctor, and my blood pressure was right on. And the nurse was like kind of chuckling. And she's like, wow, this is, better than the last one. And I said, well, do you want to know what I did? And I told her. She thought I was crazy. But hey, it worked, And also, celery is a natural diuretic, so it's probably pulling a lot of that fluid out, which will also lower your blood pressure. So, again, you are blessed in the fact that we have the internet and Google. Just be careful. If anything seems crazy, not healthy, or out of sorts, I wouldn't do it. Also, I don't always do this. That's just me, my opinion. But check with your physician before you do anything. Check with your physician before you take a supplement or a vitamin. Now, there are a lot of physicians out there that are going to be like, no, 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 and they want to prescribe you everything. And I don't necessarily agree with that. But there are some physicians out there that says, you know what, try that first. See if it works. If it doesn't, then maybe we'll go to this. So always check with your doctor, especially if you are having anything major going on. You know, if it's something minor, you know, I'm breaking out. Is there something natural I can do to break out? Okay, that's minor. But major things you need to be careful about. Speaking of which, if you are breaking out, I'll show you right here. Apple cider vinegar on a cotton ball several times a day clears it right up. You'll smell, but you'll have clear skin. So you just kind of have to weigh the consequences, I guess. So let's get right into the brass tacks before this video gets much longer. I'm just going to read this quote really quick. Supplementation is important for the treatment of certain health problems. There is little evidence of nutritional benefit when used by otherwise healthy people. So that kind of sums up even my opinion. And popping pills is not the way to get good health. Obviously, there's no magic pill. It's hard work. If you believe there's a magic pill, let me sell you my unicorn and my fairy dust that I keep in my backyard. Right? Okay. So anyway, just remember that everything is hard work. Nothing's easy. If it seems too easy, it probably is. Okay. So let's, we're going to hop into talking about what the essential vitamins are for us on a daily basis. But before I do that, one of the things I read talks about that vitamins are great, but there are certain vitamins that if taken in too large of quantities, like if you're not following either your physician's directions or the bottle's directions, that those things become toxic. So you need to be careful what you're taking and how much you're taking, and make sure that you actually need it before you go just popping pills. One way to kind of cover your bases is if you're concerned about gaps in your nutritional diet, is take a once a day multivitamin. Kind of cover your bases. You're not going to overdose. And in fact, today when I was at Sam's Club, I just kind of took a walk down the vitamin aisle and was looking. I mean, they've got women's multivitamin, they got senior women, women above 50, and all this stuff. So there's lots that you can choose from. You can even get adult gummy vitamins. If you want your hair and your nails to grow, even if you're older, take prenatal vitamins. And even if you're not pregnant or trying to get pregnant, take your prenatal vitamins. Those nails will grow and your hair will grow, and that's a good kind of all-inclusive multivitamin. So that's my first thing. But we're going to jump into the essential vitamins that we need. And I'm going to talk about what they are and where you can find them without taking a pill. All right. So the first one is vitamin A. All right. So what does vitamin A do? It boosts our immunities. It helps with our vision. It cuts the risk of heart disease. It slows skin aging. But this is a vitamin that, taken in too large a quantity, will be toxic. So be careful of vitamin A, all right? So you would be better off to eat some carrots or some cantaloupe for your vitamin A. You want to think about your orange fruits and vegetables to get your vitamin A. So in my research, they basically said most people do not have any type of vitamin A deficiency as long as they're eating their orange veggies. So you really don't need much of that. The next one is vitamin B. And this helps boost metabolism, muscle tone, and keeps a sharp mind. So if you are losing it, take your vitamin B. Vitamin B can be found naturally in whole grain breads, asparagus, and beans. So again, if you're eating a whole clean diet, you're probably getting a lot of these vitamins naturally. The next one is vitamin C. So everybody tells you take your vitamin C. It'll cure the cold. There is no proof that vitamin C prevents or cures colds. So just keep that in mind. However, It does boost your immunities, and it can prevent heart disease. It's great for a prenatal vitamin, great for eyes. It does aid in healing wounds, and also it fends off wrinkles. So good for that skin care. So again, this is one of these things that we are most likely getting enough of it. Most people actually don't need to take vitamin C. You only need 75, I think it's milligrams of vitamin C a day. And let me tell you, if you eat one orange or one red pepper or one yellow pepper or 1 cup of broccoli, you have your entire day's worth of vitamin C. So how many of us probably have an orange and a cup of broccoli? So now we've gotten 2 days worth of vitamin C. And then if you're taking vitamin C, you've now overloaded your body with something that you've now gone too far. And what's going to happen, because vitamin C isn't toxic, is you're just going to pee it out. So I think at that point, if you're eating your citrus fruits and your vegetables with the vitamin C in it, you don't need to take any type of supplement. All right, so vitamin D. Vitamin D has been a hot topic, especially in women's health, because most of us are deficient in vitamin D. And it is considered a wonder drug. And it's been proven to reduce the risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, diabetes. It also helps us absorb calcium, which we're going to talk about that more. And let's see, and it also helps with muscle function. So vitamin D is a big thing. And when you think of vitamin D, I automatically think of the sun. So no, you do not want to go sit in the sun and bake, but you do need to be getting out, okay? Because guess what else that helps is your mental state. So the sun, you're going to get it from milk, orange juice, salmon, and some other places too. But again, this is probably an area you're deficient. And so taking some vitamin D is not a bad thing, but you do need to be careful how much you take. Moving on, calcium. So obviously calcium is great for strong bones. I read yesterday that most women begin losing bone density in their 20s, okay? 20s. That is really soon. So I have spoken a lot about strength training and strength training improving bone density. Well, along with that, you need to get your calcium. So you've got your yogurt, your milk, your cheese, and guess what? If you're dairy-free, you've got lots of veggies, especially your leafy greens that are packed with calcium. So if you are dairy-free and you're also not eating your leafy greens, you probably need a calcium supplement. And a lot of times you'll find like calcium and magnesium together. And we're going to talk about magnesium in a minute. And also, magnesium also help you sleep. So if you are having trouble sleeping, having something with calcium, magnesium, and melatonin will really help you to rest at night. And supposedly, this is just a theory, helps with belly fat. I don't know if I believe it or not. Maybe I should start doing it and see. Moving on, of course, iron. Should we supplement it? Possibly. Depends on each individual person. Obviously, iron is going to help you keep the anemia away. You're going to find your iron in your fortified cereals and your red meat. I am a person that when I need iron, my body tells me because I crave a steak or a burger, and not necessarily the stuff that comes with it, but the actual meat. So that's when I know that I'm low in iron. Anytime I have taken any supplement with iron in it, I have become ill. It makes me not feel good. So I'm better off personally just to eat red meat or something packed with iron. There's also some veggies that are packed with iron. One other thing for ladies, if you struggle with heavy menstrual cycles, you are losing a lot of iron 1 week of the month, okay? And probably during or after, you're going to need to maybe take something, maybe not long term, but kind of to build that back up. That's why a lot of times if you go to donate blood and you have just stopped your cycle, they won't take it because you don't have enough iron in your blood. So just something to keep you aware of. So moving right along, because this video is getting long. So those are your essential vitamins. All right, so you say to me, I'm working out, I'm walking, I'm swimming, I'm lifting weights, I'm biking, I'm running, I'm doing CrossFit, I'm kickboxing, I'm doing Zumba, whatever. Is there anything that I need more so than maybe a sedentary person? Well, no, not necessarily. But there are some things out there that might help you improve your performance and even improve your body a little bit. The baby fell again. So I'm going to kind of run through these really quick. Again, for more information, I'm going to post the link to my blog. So vitamin B is really great for athletes. You're going to find that in tuna, black beans, lentils, and peanuts. So again, if you're eating a whole food, clean diet, you're getting a lot of this stuff. Calcium, and calcium is also found in beans. So get your beans in. And then vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E. All of those are great for athletes, okay? And they can... Vitamin E, we didn't talk about in the essential vitamins, but I was so excited to read this because this is my new snack, sunflower seeds. Vitamin E is in sunflower seeds, almonds, and peanut butter. I have been tossing sunflower seeds on my salads. I've been eating them usually at night when I want something sweet. I eat sunflower seeds and it kind of curbs that. I don't know why, but it does. Again, your iron as an athlete. Need your iron. You get that obviously in beef and eggs and spinach and broccoli. So again, more natural resources so you're not popping pills. You're eating what you need. So we talked about the magnesium for helping you sleep, and some people say belly fat too. But it also it helps for bone formation. So going back to that calcium and bone density, and we lose magnesium when we sweat. So if we are heavily working out, that's where we're losing our magnesium, and we need to replace it. And so you're going to find that in your leafy greens, again, almonds and halibut. So if you're a fish eater, you know, you can have your halibut, and also in quinoa. And I know that's like the latest grain craze is quinoa, and there's a lot of things you can do with that. Oh, baby is getting upset. Also potassium. Potassium is great for speeding up recovery. So when we work our muscles, we are actually, like when we lift weights, we are actually tearing muscle fibers. And then when they heal stronger. So potassium is going to help you speed up your recovery process. And it also, of course, I'm sure you've heard this, it aids in relieving muscle cramps. And everybody goes to bananas first for potassium, but guess what? They're in sweet potatoes, which is, in my mind, a little bit better than banana, lower in sugar and more of a complex carb. Guess what? It's in avocado and in tuna. So your tuna is going to be a really great resource for both your vitamin B and your potassium. Hopefully my battery's low, and baby's trying to help me. Another thing, this should be pretty obvious, even going back to the magnesium, is sodium. Because you're sweating, you're losing a lot of your natural salt. So you want to be careful about that, that you don't lose too much of that. And, you know, obviously water should be your go-to drink. But if you find that you're sweating a lot and losing your sodium, get your Gatorade. And there is low-calorie Gatorade. You do have to be careful because you're going to get your artificial sweeteners and stuff in that. But, you know, grab your handful of salted pretzels, salted nuts. Probably would be your best bet because the nuts have, you know, your good fat in them and some protein. Oh, this kid's out of control. And then the last thing in regards to athletes is zinc. And zinc helps with fatigue. So if you find that you are fatigued, try some zinc. And again, that is found in red meat, chickpeas, so hummus, yay, pumpkin seeds, and again in quinoa. So to sum all this up and wrap it up, if you are eating a good, whole, well-rounded, clean diet, I don't know that you need any supplements or vitamins. However, If you are nutritionally lacking in any of these areas, that's where you're going to need your vitamins and supplements. I don't think you need to load up on a bunch of stuff. And I know on every street corner there's a GNC, there's a vitamin shop, and they've got pre-workout and post-workout and amino acids and protein drinks, and all that stuff is well and good. But again, if you're getting what you need in your diet, oh good gravy, you do not need to purchase those supplements. Now, I had a time that I was working out a lot and not eating enough protein, so I supplemented with some protein drinks. But I was also careful about carbs, sugar, calories. There's so much more to think about than just protein. Also, you can get amino acids that you mix in your water. It's like punch flavored. And amino acids are like protein, and they help rebuild that muscle when you're tearing it. But again, that's not something that I do all the time, because right now I'm in a place in my life that I'm not working out like I was, and so I don't find that I need those recovery aids. So I hope that helps your questions. I know this is long, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed it and learned something. And if this was too long to watch, you can read my blog, which I'll post the link after I close this out. So tomorrow I want to start a series of our sweet tea time on fiber. And why am I going to call it a series? Well, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about fiber, where to find it, the supplement that I use, because that is a supplement. Holy smokes, my kid is all over the place. Mamas, oh mamas, you feel me. I know you feel me. Anyway, a series on fiber, and we're also going to do some specials. I've got recipes that I'm going to try here at home with my family, and I want to show you them so you can try them, recipes with more fiber, things like that. So we're going to do a whole little series on that. So just to wrap everything up, read my blog about vitamins. Has way more information than what I ran through quickly here. And also, you don't have to deal with me continuing to look down at where my child is. And so water aerobics is tonight at 6:30. And then also, for anyone, but especially my ladies that miss Sculpt and Tone, we have a special sweet tea time tonight at 9 a.m. And it will be a Sculpt and Tone live. We are going to be working upper body. And it'll be about a 15-minute workout. So just show up in your PJs, a bottle of water, and a set of weights. And I'm also going to show you some other things you can use if you don't have weights. So it's going to be really good. So join me tonight at 9. I have to do it kind of late because of the kiddos. And let's see what else. Oh, Saturday is our combo strength training and water aerobics. And then Tuesday is our pop-up Zumba class. I hope you guys are coming. It's in Pelion at Pelion United Methodist Church. It's going to be great. It's $5. Playlist is set, and it is awesome. I've been listening to it today, so I'm super excited about that. I guess that's it. I need to go. This kid's out of control. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you tonight for water aerobics, and we will talk to you tomorrow about fiber. Bye.